You're listening to NXT Brand Stories, a daily podcast from National Exchange Talks. I'm your host, David, and every day we bring you powerful stories from the business world, from unexpected breakthroughs to defining moments that shape today's most influential companies. This show dives into the journeys, decisions, and turning points that drive real-world business across industries, markets, and leadership styles. It's not just about what happened, but how it unfolded. NXT Brand Stories is part of the NXT Network, which also includes NXT on Strategy, our deep dive series focused purely on business models, competitive moves, and strategic frameworks. But here, it's all about the story behind the business. Let's jump into today's episode. Today, Microsoft isn't just a tech company, it's a silent architect behind the tools we use daily. Chances are you've typed a document in Word, crunched numbers in Excel, or joined a Teams call in the past 24 hours. But rewind a few decades and it all began with 2 college dropouts and a dream to put a computer on every desk and in every home. Back in 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen saw an article about the Altair 8800, a clunky, early personal computer. Most people saw a hobbyist machine, but Gates and Allen saw potential. They wrote a version of BASIC, a programming language, for the Altair. That tiny moment, just a software demo, was the spark that created Microsoft. By the 80s, they'd struck gold. IBM needed an operating system. Gates didn't have one, but he knew someone who did. Microsoft bought QDOS, rebranded it as MS-DOS, and licensed it to IBM. That move? Genius. IBM sold the hardware, Microsoft kept the software rights, and soon MS-DOS became the foundation of personal computing. Then came Windows in 1985. Imagine colorful icons replacing cryptic black command screens. Suddenly, computers weren't just for the tech-savvy. They were for everyone. Windows 95 was a cultural event. Commercials with the Rolling Stones, people lining up at midnight. It was Apple-level hype before Apple was cool. But Microsoft didn't stop at the desktop. They launched Office, bundling Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Think about that. They basically built the digital office before remote work was even a thing. Now, not all stories are shiny. In the late 90s, Microsoft became a monopoly giant. The US government sued them in a landmark antitrust case, accusing them of crushing competitors by bundling Internet Explorer with Windows. The case dragged on for years and left a dent in Microsoft's image. But it also sparked a more cautious, more strategic Microsoft. And then came the missed calls. While Apple launched the iPhone, Microsoft was still clinging to Windows Mobile. While Google was building the cloud, Microsoft was focused on box software. But here's where things turn around. Enter Satya Nadella. In 2014, he took the reins as CEO, and he flipped the culture. Less ego, more empathy. Less Windows only, more cloud first, mobile first. Microsoft embraced Linux, partnered with competitors, and doubled down on Azure, their cloud platform. It was a reinvention story. Under Nadella, Microsoft bought LinkedIn, GitHub, and more recently, Activision Blizzard. They're not just a software company now, they're a workplace powerhouse, a cloud giant, a gaming titan, and a player in AI. And let's talk AI, because today, Microsoft is OpenAI's biggest backer. ChatGPT, Copilot, Azure AI, all of it powered by that alliance. It's wild to think the same company that sold you Clippy and Word is now shaping the future of generative AI. Microsoft's story isn't just about code, it's about timing, reinvention, failure, and resilience, from BASIC to Bing to the bleeding edge of AI. Thank you for tuning into today's episode of NXT Brand Stories, presented by National Exchange Talks. We hope the insights and experiences shared here inspire you and provide meaningful perspectives on the evolving world of business. If you found value in this episode, please consider subscribing and leaving a review on your preferred podcast platform. Your feedback and support are essential in helping us reach a broader audience and continue delivering compelling business narratives every day. For listeners interested in the analytical and strategic dimensions of business, we encourage you to explore our other podcast, NXT on Strategy, where we examine business models, competitive dynamics, and market trends in greater depth. We also welcome opportunities to partner with brands and organizations that align with our mission. If you are interested in sponsorship or brand promotion, please reach out to us at nxtandbrandstories@gmail.com. We look forward to exploring how we can collaborate to bring value to our audience and your brand. I'm David, and I appreciate you joining us on this journey. Until next time, continue to learn, innovate, and lead with purpose as you navigate the future of business.